So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we return to regular session. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Astrop.
Aye.
Mr. Pettit.
Aye.
Staff also requests that you approve Resolution 21-21, certification of closed meeting.
I move we approve resolution 21-21 as presented. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve resolution 21-21. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Astrop.
Aye.
Mr. Pettit.
Can we now all stand for the pledge of allegiance? Can I get a volunteer for prayer?
We're grateful for the opportunity to come together, touch every mind, touch every heart, Lord Jesus, Almighty God. We are about to come to this. Those who come before us, Lord Jesus, Almighty God, let us come with respect one another as we go forth, Lord Jesus, Almighty God, not from your presence, but designed, but at all times, you are right. Thank you for everything, Lord Jesus, in your holy name we pray.
Staff also requests approval of the agenda with one added item, Resolution 21-28.
I move we approve the agenda as amended. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve agenda as amended. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Astrop.
Aye.
Mr. Pettit.
Staff is also requesting approval of the consent agenda, consists of the minutes of the August 3rd meeting, budgetary matters, warrants, and Resolution 21-27, personnel matters resulting from closed session.
I move we approve the consent agenda as presented. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve consent agenda as amended. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Astrop.
Aye.
Mr. Pettit.
Staff is also requesting that you go into public hearing to hear one proposed amendment to the county code and two zoning matters.
I move we go into public hearing for the two matters at hand. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we go into public hearing for two matters at hand. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Astrop.
Aye.
Mr. Pettit.
The first item in public hearing this evening is an amendment to the Greensville County Code, Chapter 19.9, courthouse security fees. The Greensville County Board of Supervisors is proposing an amendment to the courthouse security fee code as a part of the cost in each criminal and traffic case. The amendment, if adopted, will increase the fee from $10 to $20 and be effective on September 1, 2020. Is there anyone that wishes to speak in regards to the proposed amendment to the code? If so, please come forward and state your name. If there is no one, we'll move on to the zoning matters. Mr. Poe?
Good evening.
Good evening.
The first case we have tonight is SP 6-20. The applicant, Ms. Anita Wong, is applying for a special use permit to set up a temporary manufactured home for the provisional care of her son who has a medical condition. The subject property is on A1 agricultural. When we look at the surrounding area, the surrounding zone, it is all surrounded by A1 agricultural zoning areas, and the character of the area is agricultural, low density residential. Last week, the planning commission approved or recommended approval of this request with the 4 stated conditions in the special use permit. Are there any particular questions? The second case is SP 7-20. The applicant is Crystal and Sean Lucy. They reside at 338 Brunswick Road. The property is on R1B residential. They wish to establish a home business, which will be a hair salon upon that property. The surrounding property is on R1B residential. When you look at the character of the area, it's low density residential, with an extra 1 to 5 units per acre. A home business is defined as a for-profit economic activity carried on by the resident of a dwelling offered to the general public. A home business exceeds 25% of the dwelling floor area. It includes accessory structures dedicated to the home business. It employs any number of individuals who reside off the premises. It could utilize outside storage or utilize 2 or more commercial vehicles. It can also utilize equipment and processes which create any of the following nuisances: noise, vibration, glare, fumes, odor, or electrical interference. Miss Lucy is proposing to have a hair salon. It would just be her working there and one family member that does not live on premises. The customers will be coming by appointment only, so it won't be open to the general public. They have to have an appointment. The Planning Commission recommended approval of the applicant's request with the 7 conditions noted in the staff report. Any questions?
Is there anyone present who would like to speak to SP-6-20, Anita Wong's case, or either SP-7-20, Crystal Lucy's case?
Give me a second.
Good evening, I'm Crystal Lucy. I'll just state what I said last week. As Mr. Coach said, it will be by appointment only. It's directly next door to where my house is. And the driveway would be the existing driveway I already had to my property, and they would park in the back. The front of it would appear to be like a small house, not a business with flashing lights or anything that would look commercial. My reputation speaks for itself. I have really good clients, and I don't see it being a problem with ruckus or, everybody comes out when only the speed limit there is 35 miles per hour. So I don't see it being a problem with traffic. On an average, 10 to 12 people a day, sometimes not that many, because you do a color for rain, it could be in there an hour and a half, 2 hours. Pretty much, that's it. I feel like it would not be a problem because, as I stated last week, I love my neighborhood, I respect my neighbors. I really don't feel it'll be a problem causing harm to our neighborhood. My home is right next door, I have children there. My number one concern is my safety. I don't feel that it would be a problem, so that's my opinion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak on either case? If not, Madam Chairman, we will take a motion to go back into regular session.
I move we return to regular session.
It's been moved and seconded that we return to regular session. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Caldwell.
Aye.
Ms. Astrop.
Aye.
Ms. May.
The next item is action resulting from the public hearing matters. Staff is requesting that you approve the new increase in the cost assessed for the courtroom security fees.
I move we approve the cost assessment courtroom security fees as presented.
There being no second, let's start with roll call vote.
Mr. Brown,
No.
Mr. Conwell,
Aye.
Ms. A.
No.
Mr. King.
No.
The next items are the zoning matters, case SP six 20.
I move that we approve resolution SP 6-20.
Second.
Been moved and second that we approve SP 6-20. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. A.
Aye.
Mr. King.
Also, SP 7.
I move we approve SP 7-20 as presented. Second.
It's been moved and second that we approve SP 7-20. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown.
Aye.
Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. A.
Aye.
Mr. King.
There are no items with appointments. Now is the time for citizens' comments. If anyone has any comments they would like to make to the Board of Supervisors, please come forward, state your name and address.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
My name is Willie Taylor. I live at 907 South Main Street. I have concerns that I've been driving the train bus ever since they was a woman in Greensville County. And I've been driving the bus for 36 years. I never heard talk about medical card the whole time I'm driving. So they pulled me out the bus on the 18th of February, I just when I work out one of them. So when I got the medical card, when I worked, so I went from 10 days to 5 days. I don't know what they're trying to punish me or what they're trying to do. And not only that, they had me driving and stuff. They tell me they ain't got no medical cards and stuff. And when I drive the evening time, and when I had to go to the bathroom, something like go to hide in the background or something, you know, because they might go to drive through and stuff. I don't even have an ID badge, you know, I work for the county. They, you know, they think somebody was shooting or you just let me in it. And when they hired me to drive the bus, they said, you know, commercial driver's license and physical. And I've been there for the last 36 years. So I don't know how you get into such a big problem with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak at this time? If not, there is no old business to come before the board this evening. We do have a couple of matters, a couple of items under other matters. The first is an update on the Jarrett Volunteer Fire Department building repairs. Mr. Owens.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm here to report that, at the meeting, when I requested for funding to do window replacement at Jarrett Fire Department, there was concern about the roof situation. Staff asked Mr. Clint Slate's now to build, go out and do a thorough inspection of the roof. Mr. Slate here tonight, he prepared his report. On the condition of it. Mr. Blake, will you come up?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Glad to see you on that. When going in there to the fire department and inspecting this, the someone had asked, I went up on the roof, looked at the entire roof, and now before that, I looked at where they had some leaks, where the penetration work in the roof, kind of gave me some insight to look at when I went on the roof. And going on the roof, what I observed, and it was in reflection to the areas that water coming in the building, you've got leaks around roof covers. That's all you've got. They're just column leaks that need attention. Ordinarily, I probably would take care of it that day, but I didn't see it to be ordinary situation. I was there to look, I was there to report, and from that, I would say
probably $500, $600, $700 to make these collar repairs. But what I did notice was, while your roof is in good shape, your roof needs to have some ventilation. You've got to add ventilation there now in fans, but those fans weren't optimal. So my suggestion would be to go down, fix the fans, make them repairs to the collars, and you've got a roof that, in my opinion, would probably, short of any unforeseen storm or condition, give you approximately 20 years. However, in looking at that, I had also looked before at the windows. The windows are in disrepair. I was told by a couple of members of the fire department and different ones that had been questioned as to whether those windows could be repaired or glazing. You don't glaze right wood. Matter of fact, if you glaze right wood, you glaze on Monday, you working at Walmart on Wednesday, because you ain't got no base in the construction base. I went out there again today, just to confirm everything I had seen before, and not right now, I know you're busy, but if I'm provided with each one of you with your email address, I'll send you some pictures that Helen Keller could see that the windows are right. I buried a knife. Some would consider this a weapon, I consider this a tool. My tool, that knife. I buried it up to that handle in 6 windows around that facility, and then we're not talking about those little dirty spots. We're talking about if I went out there today and I wanted to get in without permission, the last thing I do is go in through a door. I take that very pocket knife and I can whittle my way around any glass and go in and say, you've got an obvious situation that needs attention. And then one other thing, I was made aware that that's used as a vaping facility. Well, they've got, and it's on the list that I had seen originally of work to be done there. There's a mention of deteriorated concrete, where you've got 2 places. You got one place that's on the apron that faces Jarrett Avenue that is a definite hazard for any public access. Inside the building, which gets down to the volunteer members or any of their guests, as well as your equipment, you've got some issues in there where one particular truck is parked that you can go there and you can patch a spot roughly 4 by 6, you can patch that today, or you turn and look the other way, wait 6 months and multiply it by 25 or 30%, wait 6 more months, and it just keeps on and on and on. It's not something that's gonna fix itself, and you can't put a Band-Aid on.
My question, we spoke about this, and you can provide a necessary list. If you ever get that necessary list, you can provide it.
I've got a list, but to be honest with you, I've got a list of, I just told you the high points of it, but I thought about it after you and I talked, and I was fortunate enough to give a price originally on the window aspect of that job, and at the time I believe I was the lower bidder, but my competitor was willing to, and my hats off to him, he was willing to make a donation to the county, which resulted in a substantial savings for the county. And I would think any direction that contractor would deserve the privilege of sitting down and price. I'd love to price it again for you, but I think that'd be a good conversation to have with Mr. Grissom.
I think the list, we spoke.
Where we were gonna prioritize the list. Yeah, and you probably couldn't read my handwriting, and I'm very good and verbal and expressing. I think I just gave you everything that I saw on that list. I gave you the high notes, and the one thing I failed to mention, when I walked through that building and looked, and I think it was sitting in one of your board meetings one night, listening to y'all talk about energy, lighting, and things like that. I know that I own some facilities that I've taken extra been able to put an LED light in. I know what the savings is energy-wise. I know how much more efficient they are. And in walking through that building, I see a building, a public building, or a building for public use that would be best served if it had some LED lighting out. But to your question, if you would like, tomorrow or in the next couple of days, I don't mind following up with this, and I don't mind sending that to each and every one of you as well as those pictures I spoke
It's because when the list came before us, before the board, the roof was not even mentioned.
of.
We're not part of anything.
Well, I think somebody, from what I understand, somebody walked through that day and saw a bucket in the floor where they were catching a leak right one of those
That was
light collars.
It wasn't that big, it was done that, because my interest was if you have someone in the building, and when the report came back, it means that they got buckets in there catching water, that's what I knew, because no one had mentioned the roofs, that's how the roof got it, product, because these, they actually got buckets catching water.
Yeah, and those, like I say, those, if you take those areas and you fix those flanges, it's like the same equivalency of, I leave you tonight, I back in your car and get your door, I'll fix your door and I will not go value of your car, so fix the problem, the door's the problem, the car, but in this case, you've got about 3 pipe collars that correctly, you, like I say, in my opinion, fix the fans, take care of the collars, you could have 20 years to that roof, or you could go out there and put a brand new roof on it today. We get our next big hurricane in September, blow it off, and it don't matter whether it's a brand new roof or that roof went out. They come through here with some sustained 75, 80 mile winds, it's gonna be the same result, whether it's that roof or new roof. But if you would like me to follow all the way, I mean, I'll give that to you, I'll give each one of you forward. In writing, so you can see it as well as those pictures.
Like I say, we talked. The only thing what took place was they left the roof out. The roof was not a part of any discussion we had. But when I had someone to go down and get voted up, we talked and you was saying, but the thing we wanted to make sure, if we gonna put people in the building, they're not bringing them. Okay.
My professional opinion, I'll call myself an expert today standing here in this room. If we fix those spike columns and fix those things, you've got 20 years worth of life in that roof. And just about tell you, if you don't get 20 years of life out of it, I'm man enough to die, I'm worried it'll give you 20 years.
And that's not the question at hand. The question at hand was this is, they were talking about we have public people coming in, but nobody even addressed the water, so you can get wet coming to the building. That was the only concern I had.
But I think if you take care of those, you're gonna be fine. But those windows are a must. Those windows are very necessary. Matter of fact, I believe you sit your building official like that, he flunked that right at you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Slade.
Staff asked the board authorize us to move forward with replacing the window and also doing the repairs at this time to the roof that Mr. Slade talked about. And then we'll reevaluate our budget, and I'll come back to you with some more proposals, with Mr. Slade's recommendation on what we need to prioritize to help keep the building up.
I move that we move forward with whatever necessary repairs or deemed necessary at this time.
It's been moved and second that we move forward with necessary repairs to Jared Firehouse. All those in favor with the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Conwell.
Aye.
Ms. Easter.
Aye.
Mr. Kane.
Thank you. Chief Wells sitting in the suit over there, Lieutenant Rollins, both of them are members of the Jared Fire Department. They're here tonight, so they thank you, all the members. Right?
Do you want to go, we have one more item, do you want to do your COVID update first?
I can.
Okay.
Right. The COVID-19 briefing in front of you, I placed a packet on your table. Based on the information provided by the Creative Health District, as of Friday, August 14th, Rankin County had 532 positive cases of COVID-19 and Emporia had 183 positive cases recorded. I want to remind the public and the board that these numbers represent the total number of positive cases since CHP began providing a list of tests. So it's not that we have 532 active cases at this time. All right? They report all new cases and we keep a cumulative count. All right? There have been a total of 27 deaths reported due to COVID-19 between the two localities. But based on our cases per capita, Mr. Ray and I, we crunched some numbers. Based on my population here in the Creative Health District, we still lead the district in positive cases and deaths per capita. So that's not a good thing. Right? On August 13th, the Prater Health District conducted a drive-through test site for COVID-19 right here behind the Golden League County, and 26 people came through, and we were administered the nasal swab. We had 26 people that either signed up or pre-registered or signed up on site. And we will continue to utilize resources, but based on our after-action review, when we did the test in the city a couple of weeks ago, they did 26 tests, and then we did 26 tests. And Prater is set up where they can test at least 60 people. What we talked about was combine our resources, and we'll change, we'll have one test advertised for city and county residents at a county location, and we'll have one test located at the city location to do it. And then that way we better utilize the resources that we have as far as offering testing to the community. And during last week's testing session, there was a little confusion between the testing and actually a PPE giveaway. The staff has a PPE giveaway that's scheduled for Thursday, August the 27th, from 6 to 7:30. And that distribution is designed for people that are working that couldn't get here when we were doing the day test or the day giveaway. So all the PPE giveaway items are coming from the governor's health equity task force, and Greensville and Emporia were selected as a pilot program. So basically, they set some guidelines, and each one of the board members was present at our first round of PPE giveaway. So what staff is going to do, the next one, is we're going to limit the amount of packets that we give to the number of people that are in the vehicle. If you come out as 2 in the vehicle, they get 2 packets, or 3 or 4, but not just handing a bunch of them to go out, because it's not so much of this PPE giveaway. And we want to make sure that it gets in the right hands, and it's designed primarily for the uninsured and the uninsured and the low income people. So we're not going to turn anyone away, but at the same token, we don't want any someone taking more than that fast yet is what we plan on doing with that. All right, and then we have 400 packets to give out that day. We already have them pre-packaged right over there in the corner. And once we hit that 400 mark, then we'll have to cut it off, and regardless of the time. We're hoping it's going to last from 6 to 7:30, but that depends on how many people come through when we conduct the test. All right. And staff also like to remind residents, all right, that they should continue to follow the guidelines set by Prater Health District and the CDC for some of the disease control. It includes washing your hands off with warm soap and water, use hand sanitizer if water is not available, clean your frequently touched surfaces, practice social distance, being 6 feet apart or more, wear a mask in public or when social distancing is not practical, and avoid large gatherings and follow guidelines put out by the governor's office. It's in the form of executive order. Are there any questions?
Yeah, how many masks is it each package and sanitizer?
We have 2 hand sanitizers in each packet, and the current packets have 3 masks put on. When they sent them to us before, they were packaged up, and we try and make them go as far as we can. So the washable mask, so basically you can wash the mask 15 to 20 times. So if you have 3 of them in there, that's going to cover you about 45 to 60 days, for those 3 masks. Hand sanitizer should match up about the same, and the educational material is also to remind people about social distance, about proper way to wash your hands and hand sanitize and clean yourself.
Do we have a, tentative date for the next testing site? Have we give you all?
They haven't set that yet, it'll be in September. We'll pick a location and try to move them around so that people have an opportunity to participate in the testing if needed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The last item on the board's agenda this evening is Resolution 21-28, a moratorium on the annual merit increases for county employees. Whereas the COVID-19 crisis has imposed hardships on Greensville County, including the possibility that the county's tax revenues may be less than in previous years, and whereas the county has a longstanding policy of awarding merit increases to employees each year based on their level of performance. On account of the COVID-19 issues, the Board of Supervisors has decided to impose a moratorium on awarding of annual merit increases until such time as the COVID-19 crisis has passed. The board has also left open the possibility that this could be rescinded at an earlier date. And there is a meeting to be scheduled in January 2021. The board will review the moratorium affected hereby and make such revisions, if any, as they determine to be appropriate. Staff is requesting your approval.
Motion.
Resolution 21-20. I'd like to make a motion that we approve resolution 21-28.
Second.
It's moved to second that we pass resolution 21-28. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conwell?
No.
Ms. Astrada?
Aye.
Mr. King?
That concludes the board's business for this evening, Madam Chair. I request a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
It's been moved to second that we adjourn. All those in favor of the roll call vote?
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conwell? Ms. Astrada? Mr. King?
I'd like to make a motion to go in the regular section of water and sewer. Roll call.
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conwell?
Aye.
Ms. Astrada? Mr. King?
Aye. Certification of closed meeting, resolution WS 2054. I'd like to make a motion for that.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conwell? Ms. Astrada? Mr. King?
Aye. Approval of consent agenda. Motion.
So moved.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conwell? Ms. Astrada? Mr. King?
Aye. There's no public hearing, items of appointment, none, old business, none, new business, we got FY 2021 proposed budget.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Attachment B in your agenda packet is the proposed FY 2021 budget. The only action that the staff is requesting tonight is approval of the recommended budget calendar so that we can set the dates for our budget work sessions.
Move with approve the budget calendar.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conwell? Ms. Astrada? Mr. King?
Still.
Thank you, Glenn.
Nothing else. Let me make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown? Mr. Conwell? Ms. Astrada? Mr. King?
Aye.